name's Apollymia, and welcome to MoP Dungeons. I decided since my other Mr. Panda Land dungeons were getting some attention that I would round out the rest of the series by putting up the rest of the dungeons. This one is called Gate of the Setting Sun. It is a level 90 only dungeon, and it is a heroic only. They've taken out queuing specifically, well, they've taken out queuing for normals, random normals, and they've just made them heroics only. The minimum item level to get into a heroic is 440, so by the time you hit 90, you'll probably have enough money saved up to get at least a couple of pieces that'll help you get to the required level. Let's see. I've only done this instance once, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I don't exactly know what to do here. As far as I can tell, there are 3 bosses in every single one of these instances. There might be a 4th, I don't know, but as far as I can tell, there's 3 in each. If these videos do not provide enough information for you, when you go in-game and you get into the instance, all you have to do is hit M, and you can click on the boss names, and they will show you the mechanics for the entire fight, and you can see exactly what you need to do if this video does not prove to be as helpful. I haven't seen too much of an issue with people being lower and geared. I mean, I'm probably the least geared person in here because I've got PvP gear on, and I mean, I'm not doing too terribly, I don't think, on DPS. I mean, I'm trying not to pay attention to it because usually when I pay attention to my DPS it goes down, but you shouldn't have too much of a problem if you feel like you're under-geared. Because honestly, it's the beginning of an expansion and pretty much everyone's under-geared, so no one's really going to get pissy if the DPS is a little low. Although, if you don't follow mechanics, you're liable to have somebody yell at you. So, that is why I'm going to help you out as best I can today. From what I've noticed from the new expansion... Oh, crap. I don't know what this is. I know that this guy gets on you and you have to get him off. I can't get him off. I don't know how. Yeah, okay. I think you have to attack them and they just fall off. But like I was saying, from what I noticed from this expansion, the dungeons are really big, but they don't have as much trash. So it's kind of more enjoy the scenery, get to the boss and get out kind of thing. And like in Kata, the beginning instances for Mist don't have any purples. They are all level 4, like 63 and above blues that say heroic on them. So if you're expecting to get purples, that's not going to happen. The only purple I have is from Brewfest right now, and that's a trinket. And it's really not that good, but it was better than what I had, so... Let's see, I think this... Is this guy the first boss? Yes, he is. World in Flames. When he reaches 70 and 30%, he detonates all explosive charges currently in play. That doesn't sound like it's good at all, especially since I think these things are the explosive things. Oh god, did I aggro? Oh dear god. Aggro! Oh no! I was just standing next to the tank! I think we locked the druid out, but that's okay, they weren't the healer. So, let's see. I'll try to explain the mechanics as best I can, but if they don't happen to me, then I can't exactly explain what's going on. He's gonna throw... Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's this, but I don't know. Okay. Okay. When he sabotages you, you need to get away from people because you're gonna explode. So go stand in a corner so that when you explode, you don't, hurt people. Oh dear. So, I guess when he sets up all the explosives, everything he's thrown on the ground, which are these bombs, are gonna all go off in all directions. So if you have some way to negate magic damage or any kind of damage at all, there's really no way to get out of it, so your best bet is to try and negate the damage as best as possible, or just have a really good healer. It looks like Sabotage will mostly go on the tank, although it could just be completely random. Now that bomb explosion only happens at 70 and 30%, so you'll have to save your cooldowns for then. Like that. For DK, anti-magic shield works really well because I'm pretty sure it's magical damage. So just save your cooldowns for 70 and 30% and you should be alright. And if you have any way to heal yourself through that, then I would suggest doing it. But a lot of classes actually have ways to negate damage now, so you should be able to either heal yourself through it or be able to negate a little bit of the damage. This seems like it's more of a heal-intensive fight than a DPS race, because the abilities aren't timed, they just happen at specific health percentages, so... Get away, get away. Oh, I hope I didn't hurt nobody. Nope, we're good. So, that's the first boss. It's pretty simple. Drops 463 blues. And I don't need it, so I'll just disenchant it. On to the next boss. The next boss is actually this guy. This is the last boss. The last boss is actually very interesting. And I'll explain that when we get to that part. But this is the wall that, it's this wall here between most of Pandora and the Dread Wastes, where all these mantis things are coming in. And this is their attempt to break in, I do believe. But we seem to be doing okay on DPS. And I hope my keyboard isn't really loud, because my microphone is really sensitive. It's noise cancelling, but it's really sensitive, so I don't know how well it's going to pick up me clicking and stuff. Okay. So, this is, most of the heroics I've come to realize are actually pretty easy. They aren't much different from normals, but there's only 4 instances that have normal modes, period. So I can't really say that this is easier or harder than its normal because this particular instance doesn't have a normal. I don't know if any instances released later in the X-Pack will have any normals, but I'm going to take a wild guess and just say that they're all going to be heroic modes. I'm not quite sure though. After I do all the dungeons, I'm also going to do all the scenarios. And for those of you who don't know, they are pretty much just 3-man dungeons. They don't have a set comp, so you can go in with like 3 DPS, 3 tanks, or 3 healers. I wouldn't recommend for healers because you're not really going to do any damage, but I would recommend for that 1 healer, like a tanky DPS and then a hard-hitting DPS. So, a healer, a plate, and a caster, or a huntard, whichever. And I think having at least 1 healer would be your best bet, because there are some things that hit pretty hard and you do need somebody to heal you through it. Unlike a lot of older Blizzard dungeons, these are actually really straightforward. Ooh, crap. except for the part where it blows up. Then it's not too straightforward. But they're not mazes, and if you look on the map, you can pretty much tell where to go. So it's not too difficult, really. And like I said, they mostly have about 3 bosses, and that's it. I don't know how many instances I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to try and record as much as I can so that I can render and upload them. I want to see how fast my new computer renders, because I finally got my new computer, I have a new headset, my new mouse is coming in a couple of days. I'm really excited because I got all this new shiny stuff, and this computer runs amazing. I haven't had one error this whole time I've had it. I had a tiny little meltdown when I got locked out of my computer because I typed my password in wrong, like 10 times, and I forgot what my password was. But aside from that, the computer runs excellently. And if this druid would hurry up, we could go do this boss. Oh, you just got on this. You almost missed that, dude. That would have been bad. We would have to wait. Wow, that tiger's nice. I'm gonna get some new pets on my Huntard. But she's not 90 yet. This is my only 90. And it took... I hit 2 a.m. yesterday morning. And I think overall it took probably a little bit over 24 hours. Not exactly sure. Because I was trying to time it in the beginning, and then after that I lost track of it. Strafing run. I'm not exactly sure what this guy is doing. Oh crap. Gotta get out of that. Crap. Okay, so now I know what he does. You gotta get out of the center, or you're gonna die. Like I almost did right there. He has ads, he leaves, he strafes, fire. That's the fight, I think. Oh, body. Tank down. No, I cannot do another one of these. No more. Okay, so he'll go down center this way, and then he'll go down the other way, and then he'll come back to beat on your ass. I don't like this guy. I don't like him at all. Oh no! What is he doing? What is he doing? Okay, he grabbed me and I died. Okay, he grabbed me and I died. So, he grabs you and you die. Pray time. I think that's what it was. Does anybody have a res? The druid does. He ain't gonna use it though. I feel like people who have reses don't realize that they have them.
Beware.
Okay, so he's going that way, so he's gonna go down that way first. Get out of the center. How low is he? Where'd he go? He's 17%. They should be able to get him. Sorry I died, but I guess the healer just didn't heal me in time. I didn't have any of my cooldowns up, so I couldn't heal myself. Oh no, Huntard, don't die. And I guess he drops poison under him. And the tank just has to move him off of it. This is a healer fight. This really is. This is a healer and coordination fight. Yeah, prey time is when he picks you up. And, like, eats you. So, you have to pay attention for prey time healers. That is your time to shine. And this healer needs to res me, because that would make me sad if he did not. Yes, you see this light above me? This means to res me. Yay! What did I get? A shard. Yay. Okay, now we go back downstairs. And I don't remember what we do, because the last time that I was in here, I actually got locked out of this fight myself, and the tank ran off and started the next part, so I'm gonna follow him and he's gonna lead to the next part. Or maybe he has no idea where to go. Maybe he does? I hope he does, because I have no idea. No. And with this, you find a lot of people who are like, this is my first heroic, so people are kind of really nice. No one's... From what I've seen, no one's been a dick. No one's been an elitist jerk yet. Because, you know, it's all new. I don't know if this is the right way, bro.
The gates are about to fall! Quickly! Slaughter this meddler!
Okay. Oh no, this guy's the boss. The guy we fought before? Not a boss. Well, he was. I guess he was a boss. Yeah, he was a boss. He doesn't show up on the map though. Or did he? No, he didn't. Oh no, yes, there he is. 4 bosses in this one. This guy is really, really hard. From what I remember when I did this earlier, he drops poison constantly. And you have to run. And if you're melee, you have to stand behind the tank, and this guy's hitbox is so small that you literally cannot hit him because there's so much poison on the ground. And you'll see what I mean in a minute here. Like, it's bad. I hope they fix this one, because it's... If it weren't for his hitbox being so small, the fight wouldn't be so bad. But... And he also casts this ability where he's like slicing constantly, and you have to get out of the way of that, and since you're in front you're kind of like tanking, but you'll see what I mean when we get to him, if this tank can pull. We have to find another person. They looking? Nope, there they are. No DPS. So, for this fight, the tank has to pull him, and he has to pull him up here because we can't go down there. Because the fire will kill us. So, the tank will pull him up here, and he'll kite him around this, the shrine here. And the DPS is just going to have to kill him. If you're ranged, you're going to have a lot of easier time doing this fight than if you're melee, because the hitbox is so small. But since we have 2 ranged in this group, and I've got some ranged spells, this shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully my kids aren't too loud. Is this just going to keep spawning mobs, or are we actually going to get to the boss? I hope it doesn't keep freaking spawning mobs. That pisses me off. There's been a lot of bugs, since obviously this is a new X-Pack, but... Okay, no, we're good. Alright, tank, go get him. We'll wait.
There will be no escaping me.
Oh, are we all just going down there? Okay. Well, I will run fast. And see, there's the poison. And I have to stand on top of the tank, because I can't be in that poison. And there's that slashing attack. It does about 25 to 30k damage per tick, so if you're anybody but the tank, you really can't take it, and even if you are the tank, you can't take very many hits of it, so get the hell out of it. We really should have tanked him, or we should have tanked him at the top of the stairs. That would have made this easier. Because this poison, from what I can see, lasts quite a while on the ground. Gotta get out of the way of that. I feel like the only time I use my ghoul is to heal, because my death pact heals me for probably like 150k. I think it heals you for half your health. I don't feel like the ghoul does enough DPS for me to like have him out all the time. And I like having him, I like having that cooldown so that I can heal myself. If there's an oh shit moment where I'm like, okay, the healer's not going to hit me in time and I need to heal myself quick so I don't die. But I mean, aside from the poison and a little bit of a range issue, and the focused assault, he's a pretty easy fight. Aside from, you know, pain in the ass mechanics. So at this point, you go here. You don't go up here. You go through here, I do believe. And one of these guys will tell you that there's a way to go down. I think you have to go down this way. You just follow the pandas. Pretty much the only instance I've ever been in that encourages you to jump down into holes. I'm gonna sit here and wait, because the healer needed mana. Where are you, Mr. Healer? Well, I guess I'll just go downstairs and wait. Because I think they jumped a little further than I did. Yeah, they're down there. There's an easier way to get down, guys, I promise. You don't have to jump all the way off. So this guy's kind of interesting. You can't attack him right off the bat because he's got this, I don't even know how to say it, but because I'm kind of tired, but he's got this shield up that makes it so all of the damage taken is reduced by 99%. So what the DPS is going to do, and you can only have 2 DPS go up because you need one on the ground because he's going to spawn a bunch of adds. So what you're going to do is you're going to have 2 DPS jump in these artillery cannons, and it's going to put you right on his mouth. You're going to have to target something called weak spot. When you kill that, all of his armor is going to fall off, and then you kill him. There's a bunch of stuff that goes around on the ground. There's adds that spawn, and he has certain mechanics about him where he puts AoE stuff out. Every time he headbutts, you get kicked off of your artillery cannon. So you're going to have to go up there several times. From what I can tell, only 2 people can go up, so I'm gonna wait for him to pull and then right-click this. Come on, Mr. Tank. Taking an awful lot of time here. Until this guy's carapace is down, he doesn't have an aggro table. It's not letting me go up there. Because there's 2 people up there already. But basically what you do is you attack this thing called the weak spot. And he's got these whirlwinds that go. And he has adds that come out. I don't know why the tank went up. I'm gonna go up this time. Tank shouldn't have gone up. Alright, so he has this thing called the weak spot. Just basically you DPS it. It's pretty simple. And once the weak spot is down, his armor will fall off, and then you can just DPS him normally. And every time you get kicked off, you'll probably get launched pretty close to that cannon, so you just have to jump up really quickly again. And he's just going to keep backing up and charging at the wall over and over again until his armor falls off. So you should have your melee DPS or your hardest hitting DPS up here so that you can get this down pretty quickly. And you're just going to keep getting thrown off. The first time I did this, I didn't realize that there was a weak spot, and We had to do this like 6 times because neither me nor the other DPS realized we had to do this. But just so you know, you can't tab target it, you have to actually click it. And if you have your enemy nameplates up, you should be able to see it really easily. And every time you get kicked off, you have to retarget it. And you can't target it unless you're here. So this should be the last time that we have to hit this, and once this is done, then he's actually going to have an aggro table. And let the tank grab him. And see, his armor falls off, and he gets pissy. So, now just DPS him normally. You should be, I think you get a buff where you do extra damage to him, because I'm getting a lot of new records that I probably shouldn't be getting, because I'm doing a lot of freaking damage. So, this part of the fight shouldn't take too long. It should be relatively quick, because you are doing increased damage. But avoid the tornadoes, avoid any extra adds that might be around. Lightning, fire, obviously any ground AoE. Make sure to let the tank get aggro first before you go in there. Because this guy... I don't know if he has an aggro table, because he's just fixating on people. I think when he fixates on you, you have to run unless you're the tank. But you're doing a lot of damage in this fight, so it doesn't, like, I mean, if you'll see my crit line's going off like crazy because I'm getting all these new records and all these criticals, and I wouldn't be getting these unless I was doing this fight. And it's not fair, because I'm getting these and they're not real criticals. They're not my actual abilities. But that's this whole dungeon, guys, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this video was helpful. Again, if this wasn't helpful enough, make sure to, when you go into the dungeon, hit M and click on the boss you're about to do, and you'll look at all of the abilities, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. I will see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.